Did it happen? It was a blur!
A scene from the made-for-TV movie based on a notorious San Diego murder, now the subject of a tell-all book. La Jolla socialite Betty Broderick shot her husband and his new wife in a double murder that rocked San Diego County.
And now, decades later, her first child is revealing new details. And new at 5, 10 News reporter Michael Chen found out Kim Broderick has refused one constant request made by her mother.
These newly released photos of Betty Broderick and her children taken inside a prison date back to 1993, several years after the La Jolla socialite was sentenced for the murder of her ex-husband Dan and his new wife. It marked the first approved visit for her children since the sentencing.
She was exactly like nothing had happened.
Nanette Elkins is the author of a new book told from the perspective of Broderick's first child, Kim. In the book, Kim describes leaving her mother behind in prison. Outside of my dad being killed, it is the worst heartache and sorrow I could ever imagine. In the book, the emotions of a daughter are laid bare. For a crime that spawned 2 TV movies with a plot that includes a wife putting a husband through law school, then him eventually marrying his younger personal assistant. The book recounts Kim's life since childhood, one filled with arguments between her parents. When Betty threw a bottle at Dan, shattering it, Dad just sat down and ate as though nothing had happened. In another chapter, Kim describes herself being terrified and trembling as her mother burned her father's clothes. And when Betty made the infamous confession call to Kim soon after the murder,
She did not believe it was true.
Since Betty was sentenced, Kim says Betty has constantly asked for a letter supporting her release. Kim refused, and at a 2010 parole hearing, she said her mother should stay in prison. Elkins says Betty has shown no remorse.
In all of these years, the mother still believes she's a victim.
Betty's 4 children are divided on their mother's release and have agreed to disagree. Kim has worked hard to keep the family together, and family is why she agreed to the book.
She wanted the legacy of her family to be one of strong people that overcame a tragic situation.
According to Elkins, Kim Broderick hopes to inspire other people in difficult family situations. And one final note, near the end of the book, Kim talks about her mother's hope that her kids will buy her a condo in Coronado if and when she is released from prison. Michael Chen, 10 News.